The Mahabharata was the ancient India epic. It was a war of succession between two groups of princely brothers, the Kauravas and the Pandavas, called Kurukshetra War. There are many major and complex characters in Mahabharata, and Ashwatthama, son of Drona, was one of the most pivotal character. Having access to most powerful weapons, and responsible for the deaths of the millions in the Kurukshetra, Ashwatthama was fierce warrior lacking maturity and has extremely hot head. Ashwatthama is said to be the part incarnation of Lord Shiva. Since he was born immortal, it is impossible for anyone to kill or defeat him. Drona did many years of severe penance to Lord Shiva, to obtain a son who possesses the same valiance of Lord Shiva. He was born with a divine gem on his forehead, which gives him power over all living beings lower than humans. It protects him from hunger, thirst, old age and deities. Ashwatthama is trained in the art of warfare by his father Drona, along with the Pandavas and Kauravas in Hastinapura. Since Hastinapura ruled by King Dhritarashtra, who offered the privilege of teaching Kuru princes, both Drona and his son Ashwatthama had fought for the Kauravas in the war. On the 10th day of the war, Drona was made the supreme commander after Bhishma's death. He promised Duryodhana that he will capture Yudhishthira, but repeatedly failed. Krishna knows that it is impossible to defeat an armed Drona, so he devised a plan to make him vulnerable. Krishna hatches a plan for Bhima to kill an elephant named by Ashwatthama, and then inform Drona that it was his son. The plan was successful, and the grief-stricken Drona was killed by Drishtadhyumna. After learning the way his father was killed, Ashwatthama, filled with wrath, invokes the Narayana Astra against the Pandavas. Knowing that the Astra ignores unarmed persons, Krishna advises all the troops to abandon their chariots and surrender to the weapon. After the soldiers disarmed, the Astra passed harmlessly. Then Ashwatthama defeats Drishtadhyumna in direct combat, but failed to kill him as Satyaki and Bhima cover his retreat. When Duryodhana is struck down by Bhima, Ashwatthama swears to bring Duryodhana revenge. Duryodhana then appoints him as the commander of the Kaurava side. Along with Kripa and Kritavarma, Ashwatthama plans to attack the Pandavas' camp at night. First he strangles the Drishtadhyumna, killer of his father, by choking him to death. He proceeds to kill the remaining warriors, including Shikundi and many other prominent warriors of the Pandava army. Some soldiers in the camp try to fight back, but Ashwatthama remains unharmed due to his immortality. After the slaughter, Ashwatthama went to Duryodhana, who felt greatly satisfied at Ashwatthama's ability, and dies in front of them. Next day, Krishna and Pandavas had returned to the camp. Hearing the news of these events, Bhima angrily rushes to kill Ashwatthama. Out of rage, Ashwatthama invokes the Brahmashira Astra against the Pandavas. Krishna asks Arjuna to fire the Brahmashira Astra against Ashwatthama to defend themselves. Vyasa intervenes, and prevents the weapons from clashing against each other. He asks both Arjuna and Ashwatthama to take their weapons back. Arjuna knows how to take it back, but Ashwatthama directs the weapon towards the womb of the pregnant Uttara, in an attempt to end the lineage of the Pandavas. This angered Pandavas, and wants to kill Ashwatthama, but sage Vyasa stopped them. As a punishment, Ashwatthama should surrender the gem on his forehead to Pandavas. Krishna then cursed Ashwatthama that he will roam in the forests for 3,000 years, with blood and pus oozing out of his injuries, and cry for death, but death would not meet him. According to some legends, Ashwatthama is still alive, in great pain. Local people have seen Ashwatthama several times in the temples.